Hello, welcome back to more Crew Motorfest. So I've got this Red Panther main stage and summit contest stuff to do. I did a little bit the other day, so we're not starting it totally brand new, but there's only 3 days left, so I thought I probably should get a session in, try and get it done. I've got a reward here to pick up. I play silver in the custom show. Nice. I only entered the thing I did because I want to get 100,000 XP and silver. Very nice. I should do more of that then, shouldn't I? Okay, so I mean we completed all the 4s in this ages ago. That doesn't change with the I mean they changed the graphics with the engines. So Red Panther ends on the 24th. Have a look. Summit contest. I think I've done 2, maybe 3 of these events. Yeah, 3. I'm trying to get up over 100,000 on each one. Some of these are loan cars, some of these are others. So I got gold on the other one. It was a shame because I did improve my times. I ended up about 17,000 or something, so you have to be top 15 to get platinum. Although the platinum rewards, I kind of like the way they do it because they obviously recognise not many people are going to get to platinum. So you often get the, as I say it, usually the car's always at gold and the windscreen at platinum. Wow, so we only get the car for get platinum then. That sucks. Wonder why they changed that around then. So yeah, this one have a crack again. I want to try and get a little bit faster time. Last time I was sort of 100 to 120,000 on the points and it just got me gold. So let's redo this one and then we'll try and do some of the ones that I haven't done. This one's a loan car, isn't it? Can't change that. Oh god. That's a good start. Because it's a time thing, the windbacks don't really work. Maybe if you're 3/4 of the way through and just try and beat them in this corner. Takes me at the inside. time I need to beat my time I got first time. Sometimes I do some of my best. Sometimes I get my best scores. Like the first time I do it, I guess it's because I'm a little bit more cautious, so I get a proper time in, and then as you're trying to push it on second, third attempts, I actually end up usually then being worse on my subsequent attempts sometimes. This thing's got a whole sort of constant 360 thing going on. Quite long tracks. Most of the summit stuff I've done so far is about 3.5 minutes races. Tracks, what was that? Oh god. That cost me some time. I think I did it though, probably in all the runs that I've done. Not sure I'm going to beat my best time. Doesn't feel like it. Smashing the tunnel. Hey, boxing. 310. What did I do? Did I do something like 307? Oh, actually, I've got a better score. 109. Take it back. We were 99,000, weren't we? Oh, I beat it by 8 seconds. What? Okay, well, I feel like I could probably beat that even a bit more. Maybe get down to 3.8 something, but I might take that for the moment. Gift pack collected. And so getting over 100 and everything usually gets you around gold, but I'm actually quite miffed, very miffed in fact, because the car was always given at gold because they realized not that many people get platinum, and as soon as I said that, I looked it up for this one and the car's on platinum. So, yeah, that's not good. Boo-hoo. Right, so best of steel rises. This is Panther 2 piece. That it's not a loan car. And I think I did fit these already, so good to go. Right, no time on this then, so we'll do a couple of these, see if we can get 100. I need to get some that are at 140, 150,000 in points to help me get towards platinum. Although a lot of people will be playing the game at the weekend, so in the next couple of days you'll end up dropping down the leaderboards. Nice big wide shallow fast corners. Half boost. This thing souped up. In fact, it's one of the... I usually get all legendary parts on this. They're not particularly a set or anything, but... Let's go, let's go, let's go! Lock it in, LG, lock it in! Through the corners. I'm bad now. Oops. On the horn. Through the town. Go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Flat out, flat out, flat out, flat out, flat out. Got right and left. It's all tight here. Boost out of here. On a tight corner. Boost again, a little bit. 90 degree. Oh. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Playing some dinosaur stuff yesterday and a little bit this morning before this. I can't say it really prepares you for racing. Some tranquil park building and then switching to it. Oh god, what was that? A massive off the road pointy direction thing. That didn't feel fast. I can do that quick again. What are we? 62%. Let's go, let's go, let's go, come on! Let's go, let's go. Boost the charge up. We're doing 198 anyway, so 200. Lightning going off. This game everything feels so fast. Even when you're in the slow cars, it feels fast. It feels fast relative. Quite a nice track this one though. Fairly open. 329. I reckon I could probably do a 27 or something maybe. Where are we going to come in points on this? What do we think? Over 100,000 points? 105. $329.6. Let's try that again and see if we can beat 329. Couple things there that cost me some time. Nothing major off though, so. Try and not turn it so much, just keep this speed going. Save my boosters some nice straight bits later. Out through there. small cut. And take these flat. And a help me turn, I guess. Stormy weather. We like a good bit of lightning and storms in games. Not so much in real life, but you know. Careful there, LG. Play all back end. Cut, cut, cut. Oh. Cost me half a second. These but flat, 183 there. Turned in. Good speed. Oh no. That's cost me a second. At least 1.5 there we've wasted. Cost me another half second. The wheels in the dirt, they slow right down. No, still reckon I could get a second or so off that. I don't know if that's going to be... I think we were 300ths slower. I was 329.6, wasn't I? Yeah, 104 is not 105. About half. It's a shame because, yeah, 300ths off my time, but that was... It's 3 minor incidents I had there. Let's try another track. See, let's get some banker times in. Accept your fate. Lancer Evolution. Okay, and we can put bits on this. So. Sets really, these time things don't have a lot of choice. Probably better. Okay, that's maxed on perf then. I watched a couple of Forza. I tell you what, this game looks. I think it looks better every way. The rain, the colours of the cars, colours of the ground. It's a more vibrant game than Forza Horizon. Don't see as much. You know, I mean, this isn't a 10 out of 10 game. You know, this is probably an 8 out of 10 game. I actually think Forza's like only a 7 out of 10 game or 6.5. Doesn't have the challenges, its graphics don't look as good. Not on the road or the car. I mean, I've seen stuff like it doesn't even have mud splashes and stuff all up the side of the car like this does and stuff. You see some comparison videos. And I'm not saying it's bad because it is some lovely looking stuff, but I still think kind of messed this up already. We've already done a few things that cost us a second or two. Like that. That's another one. Big waterfall distracting me. It's cost me another half second to put my wheels in the dirt there. I didn't need to. Just a bit twistier than the other one. Anytime I really need to do guttering stuff, is when really the sharp corners that you help me to turn the car in and slow it down anyway. Like here a little bit. If you watch my speedometer, so you know what I'm doing from when I put my wheels in the brush. You lose like 20-30 mile an hour. See the corner? Not a very good attempt this one, we'll put up time. It's as fast as the other one, even with the 750 perf. That's quite a bit. Ooh, that's tight. Yeah, pretty scrappy run there, I think. Nothing too major, but I reckon I can do that a couple of seconds quicker. 3:29.7, very similar to the last track. Only 92,000. Yeah, not too bad. I'm glad it's a little bit cooler today, but I'm dreading the next couple of days. It's like, you know, it's meant to be just hot on Monday, now it's going to be hot till Thursday, isn't it? So 34 on Tuesday, 33 Wednesday, 31 Thursday, 31 Friday. So yeah, don't eat properly. I don't get on the computer if it's north of 30 and stuff. Really, sitting around just not sleeping, and so I need to enjoy today, really. I mean, it's going to be like almost 10 degrees warmer tomorrow than it is today. Right, 3:29.7. So I reckon I can do a 3:28, 3:27 maybe. Let's see. Yeah, a couple of these corners. up and downhill tight corners is a little bit tricky to do, although this game does have pretty good handling. Controller and stuff. Very good, in fact, probably the best. Slow down a bit too much though, forward. I'm still waiting for Mr. Beast or somebody to pop in my channel and donate, you know, 100 grand or something. Haven't done it yet. We don't do that stuff anymore now. Come on, let's go, let's go! Try and keep speed up, don't break, don't break, don't break, don't break. Carry some speed through the corners. On the edge of the track stuff. Oh, a massive cut here I could do. Probably, yeah. I don't know, there's cars in the car park there though, but you can cut right across that, but... I used to boost quite as much on this run as I did on the last, but then... Oh, it's cost me some time. Like here, this one's, you can do a... Whoops. Don't lose it, like, a bit like that, so... Time I gained there, I probably lost. Trying to get the car back pointing in the right direction. That cost me time as well. Two big mistakes right at the end, so that might not. 329.8, that was worse. Yeah, that cost me those two big mistakes at the end. Oops. I've been disconnected from the servers. Error code. Mishap flickering light. What? Do I not even get a time for that? I think that. Never seen that before. Didn't even. It's something to do with the car. Flickering light. Wasn't even night.
Hope you've got that winning attitude, driver.
I kind of think that time was probably bin then. Didn't even get to... Let's hope that doesn't keep going again. Oh, it's not one thing, it's another. Let's just check. Those are all saved. I don't think we had a faster time anyway, so... I've got a 3:29.7. That was an 8. I need to do a 3:28 something. Right, lock it in, LG. Let's get. accurate corners. Where about the other fella? We always thrash him. So let's get this. It's a little bit too tight. Fairly straight coming up now. Quick boost. Get up the hill. That's quite tight. Not very clean or fast. Not my best corner. Better around, get a bit of a boost up the hill. Boost here to half. That cost me some time. Hundreds. Back through here. Up through there. Up here. Cut through it a little bit. Boost. Down. Up. Straight. Brake, 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 brake. Got in. Tarmac here, no need for cuts here, I think. That's messy. Oh dear, that's probably cost me the run. Oh. This isn't going to be fast, I'm afraid. So like this one I can cut, but you can't hit the cars. And that might give me a second or something back there. Not super quick, but you're cutting out a fair bit of track. And then there's another corner here, isn't there? We can cut. This one. So we'll do some speed there, gain it on the distance and again. Boost that here. I'll not hit the tank this time. Yeah, we will cut smart to save, but I think there we go, 325. Yeah, those cuts really helped. If I could do a cleaner run with those cuts, we could do even better. So I knocked 4 seconds off. So I reckon I could probably get another second off that with a cleaner run, but trying to do the same cuts. Leaderboards are always nuts, aren't they? What's the best time? Be like 2 minutes something. 2 minutes 40. "45 seconds less, man. Must be doing some massive cut. Look. You've got to hit the gates. Right, we're gonna. I need to get all of these done anyway. Initially. So this one's the Mazda. Okay, this one we've got to put parts on. Oh, it's just big tier 1 this, so. Amazing there, really. I think probably anything with the nitros for these timed things are better. Don't have it. Oh, you better. Not collecting loot, we're not. Let's see. Yes, yeah, they're in the same car, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing with these summits. It's the same track and car, and some of them are loan cars. So it's not even... Now there'll be some better set. I mean, where it is your own car, like if you get a nitro boost set or something, they'll be getting about 40% nitro boost, where I'm getting like 7-8% or something. So it is quite a lot if they've got a complete nitro set for each tier of car. And if it's not a nitro set, I can't remember what the other one is for the driving speed thing, but... Oh god. Oh god. Didn't make the track. It wasn't a very good time though. So yeah, it will just be the set boosts and cuts and stuff really. That's why. If it's 20-second different, I understand, but when it's 40-45, I mean, you're getting on almost a minute quicker. But this is already top performance that I've got on here, but I haven't got like sets and stuff. And then some of these cuts, like when you can cut the corners, but you've got to hit so where you've got like that one there where the thing's right on the corner, you can't really cut because you've got to go through the checklist. But then there are other ones that don't have checklists on the corner, like this one doesn't, that you can't cut it too much. Let's try and miss the walk. And then this one cuts really tight. So like here, cut like here. The thing is, sometimes it's best to sort of do a race early. Sorry, I'm doing this first time. You know, and get a fairly clean lap, and then look for the cuts. So here's a cut. There's a. But obviously, if you start hitting things and your car's not right, you know, you're going to lose some of that time you gain. But it's just practice, I guess, on the tracks, isn't it? Keep making the barriers though. Usually want my boost up. So I can't cut this because we've got checkpoints right here. You can hit them like here. I can cut probably inside the here and cut here. Took the high road. Up here, cut. But, you know, you're losing down 40 miles an hour there, so. And actually, if you can keep your speed up or go flat through a corner rather than braking even, like just sometimes the arrows don't matter because you can actually grip and go around. So if you can grip and go around the corner flat without lifting, you know, you'll gain a couple of seconds as well. So trying not to lift on corner, but then they're obviously like here, I don't need to brake here even though it's just a little tap here. But straight through the water, a bit more, and we'll cut here, small tap on the brakes, light corner here, don't brake too much, we'll just slide it round. I mean, the faster way, I mean, they always say slower into the corner and faster out is actually the faster way. You go into a corner too fast, you never make it, and the consequences always lose you more time. So if you're ever unsure, just tap the brakes a bit. and get a faster exit, and then, you know, try on the corners a bit quicker. 352, I don't know, I reckon I can do that a fair bit quicker as well, but we did some good cuts on that. Over 100,000, so not a bad first time. 352.7. Okay, let's try this one and see if we can beat 352. If not, we'll move on again, get all these done. No, I don't think GTA 6 is quite an arcadey game. They're not gonna want to go in that direction. I mean, graphically, I'm sure it will look amazing and stuff, with lots of options and stuff there. Are quite straight. You hit more things on those jumps as well. It can slow you down quite more there. That's dreadful. Because you can line off there, but then you need to brake and cut in straight away. Quite a lot of cuts on this this track compared to straight, don't get too much. Cut. Cut. Oops, I did that last time. I got my boost back. Here, I'm going to go inside the tree with it. That's quite slow. That's a more severe cut. I actually think that ramp to the right is the quicker option. I wanted to see what this was like. That's probably cost me some time. It's cost me more time. That was bad. Yeah, so I probably lost 2 seconds. Well, maybe not 2 seconds. Maybe a good second on that jump, I reckon. Didn't want to hit that wall. No, let's mess that up. It's ruined the run. Yeah, this is going to be a couple of seconds slower with that jump and then that. Oh well. Speed gone. This is going to be about 4 or 5 seconds slower, I reckon. Terrible. Yeah, 3.5 seconds slower or something. It's 3:52 last time. .7, yeah. Terrible, terrible. Let's try one more. It's about 352 and we'll pop up the other tracks. Too much wheel spin there. To get this fairly straight. Oh, great, not bad. This we messed up a little bit last time. It's just a little bit here. I'll go straight into the cup. So that one's not to touch the wall. Oh, that was messy coming out of there. Oh dear, that's not good. Got the car a little bit too much sideways on both of those jumps, which meant I lost some speed there. It'll be faster than the last time, I think, this run, but probably not better than that 352 I did. That's ruined it. That's ruined the whole run. You can actually go the right side of that tree, and then I didn't really cut that as much. It's very goody actually. No, we know we're on this run. The guy's ahead of me at this stage. Way too much time. Right, let's move on to a few of the other races. Oh, actually. Straight LG. Not great, but not terrible. Oh dear. So narrow through there. You need to try and not get the wheels on the dirt that I did, so that's lost me a second. Right, cut in here. Not hit the wall. Some speed up. Up here, boost for the jump, a little boost here, try and miss a tree, car straight, a little bit straighter jumps. Just missed the pillar. Let's go. I'll save the boost for the next straight. That tree though, I'm hitting it and going around, that's cost me probably 2 seconds. Safer option is going just left of the big tree, but you can actually go right. Do this and aim a little bit left that you don't land on the seat. here. Yeah. Oh, that's terrible. That's cost me the run. Now I can't get straight. Ah! I shouldn't play frustrating games today. I'm not in the mood. Not frustrating games where I have to perform. Still didn't even have full. Let this charge back up. Most of these corners should be fine. I came off the power too much there. That's flat. That also cost me the run, hitting the wall there. What a terrible run this has turned out to be. Each time I go, I'll do a bit better, do a bit better. Nope. 352 might be it. God, that's terrible, LG. What were you doing? I was trying to get over the other side of the track and lost the car. Terrible, 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 terrible. Oh well, let's do the next track. Okay, these ones are just escapes and slaloms, and then there's a player track. You always do one of those. Slalom. Do we have to choose this car? It seemed like I had a choice of other cars actually. I need something. The electrics are quite good for these because they have good acceleration. I'm very good at these things. Trying to make these things keep it on the road. That cost me. Mr. Gate. Yeah, nowhere near 100,000. But we missed a gate. The other one, these ones, when you see the leaderboard, let's look at the leaderboard here. This is going to be funny. Somebody was like, so left button start, 14,000 points. I don't know how that's even possible, but it's based on multipliers. Let me just check, because it did look like we could choose other cars here. I think. It's any street here, isn't it? This is max. Got an electric option here. Under NSX. Put things on this. Nope. I mean, the overall performance isn't going to be hugely different between any of them because you're going to hit 750. Not fairly good. RX9, it's got a big spoiler on the witness. I need something that's grippy and put a lot of boost on, but I don't. I'm running out of parts. I think for the event I can do this now, but to get the in world points you have to wait 30 minutes or something. You do get a ghost car in this, so I think the grip on this is better. Something's cost me some time. I missed the gate, so you get multipliers, so I missed that as well. I think I did, didn't I? So I'll get a 1.2, so that you can get sets that give you higher multipliers. That was better, 99,000 from 84. But I still think I missed a gate there. I kind of like having ghost cars, I don't know why they don't do it on the other stuff. Yeah, I got the gates, but so I got a multiplier of 2 there. I don't know how you get a higher multiplier than 2. Whoops. But that was 127, so we went from 84 to 100 to 127. Probably good enough for now. What am I? I'm up to 38,000. Need to get up into gold. No, I don't think I'm going to get platinum on this thing. We're not going to get the car, but I've got two things to do here. Let's do the escape. What class car is this? Street tier 1, so difference. Going to be pretty much the same power. We did everything on this, didn't we? Use that boost then. What's the straight bit of road? You don't need to follow the road either, but getting away from the circle. But it was close, 98. I'm trying to get over 100, but I don't know. Try that again, see if we can. Try and get the boost. I used the boost a bit early, but I was a bit worried being caught early. Like here, I boosted last time, but let's boost there, get half. We've got quite a cut sort of corner here, so we can boost across here. Didn't actually do as well as last time. 28. Let's do this thing and see where my position is once I've done all the events. I'm still way off. This is lone car format. But difficulty. This is a player track thing, isn't it? No idea here. These can be a bit crazy. With jumps and all kinds of stuff. I was going to say, why is there a car there? I haven't done the track. I've actually got an objective. Slow man. Isn't this the car that they give you if the Honda Civic, was it? But I can't see me getting platinum at all on this one. We're not even near goal. A couple of them I get improved times on to try and keep in goal, but I'm not fussed about the tinted windscreens and stuff. But I don't know what all the others I've done. I've done 3 others. The cars are all at the gold stage. Why they've made it platinum? The car for this one. This seems a bit cack. Actually no jump, that's a bit, but I reckon I can do that a fair bit better as well. But again, this is a lone car, so people have had to use the same car on track 117. So let's try that, because I reckon I can do that quicker. Might be able to get 40,000 points. Beat 118. So that's the objective again. It's not my ghost time that car now. Got a couple of these corners wrong. Try and keep these clean up. Boost here, not too much. Got this one totally wrong, hit the wall. This one I got wrong, didn't I? I've still got it wrong. I forgot about that one. Also, I am using automatic gears, and I mean, this is one way you can't set the car up anyway. Although, you know, if people are using proper rigs and manual gear changes, so that can gain you a couple of seconds as well. So, this is this corner. Long corner here. Here, and this corner's not this one. Oh, we've already done it. Right, I did 10 seconds quicker on that one. No, hang on, 10 seconds quicker than. But I beat my previous time, I think. Let's have a look. How much did I beat my other time by? Couple of seconds, 1 or 2 maybe. Oh no, half a second. So we've got up to gold, but I'm 24th. You know, I'm only 6,000 away from the drop. I'd have to do amazing times better. Like these two here, these are loan car settings and stuff. Do a bigger cut there, but then I'm a lot of speed to carry it through, to be honest. Let's see if I can find more cuts on this track. I remember there being a lot on this one. This one. It's got some time. Won't beat my best time now then. Little cuts here really. Bit of a cut here though. Yeah. Faster though, I kind of think not. There, flat through there, flat through there, flat through here, flat through there. This way. Not scrub off too much speed on these corners. Messi, and not the footballer. Tell you what, that Scotland game last night, bloody terrible, man. Absolute. I mean, I've got Scottish blood in me, so don't take this as I'm anti-Scottish or anything, but I mean, the Scotland game, the first game, I mean, was probably the worst game of the tournament, really. I mean, I know there's been one or two others that have been a bit ball-fest. It was a 0-0, wasn't there, or something, but I mean, first of all, it was Haiti. You know, the goal they scored was in off the knee of a defender, so it was a deflection. And, like, the rest of the game against Haiti was rubbish. Was that a faster time? I don't think it was. It might be. But yeah. I mean, that was a bit scruffy, that, so I reckon it was a faster time. Okay. 2.5 seconds faster. I reckon I can do a bit faster again on that. These are where you make up your positions. You know, so they've scored 1 goal in 2 games, and the goal they scored was a deflection, technically an own goal. You know, and the Scots were going mental because, oh, you know, we've won a match for the first time. And I kept just thinking in my back of my head, it's like, yes, I mean, factually, you've won a match for the first time in God knows how long. But, you know, it wasn't Brazil, it was Haiti, and it was an own goal. And it wasn't given as an own goal, but... And then last night, I mean, they got Brazil next, so they're not going to beat Brazil. So that's it. They got 3 points from a deflection off Haiti. So they're either not going to get through because 3 points won't be enough for them. And it might not because things like goal difference and things, you know, they've got 1 goal, you know. And then, I mean, if Brazil thump them like 4-5-0, which they probably will, then that goal difference and stuff, they might not even qualify with the 3. I mean, the 3 could well get them through, but then I think they're definitely going to lose whoever they play next. They don't look. So I'm sorry, Scots, but that was pretty pathetic, you know. And if say deflection with Haiti, and then who was it they played last night? You know, Morocco. And if you can't beat Morocco, then you don't deserve to stay in, really. So, yeah. People just get carried away with it. Paraguay won last night, I don't watch that. And then today we've got Netherlands, Sweden, 6 o'clock, should be quite a good game. And then Germany. The Ivory Coast actually got some good players and stuff, so I think Germany will still win that, but that could be something like a 2-1 or something. But a couple of good games later with Germany and that, and then Ecuador, Curacao probably not going to stay up for. Japan, Tunisia, obviously. And then tomorrow is Spain. Saudi Arabia, they should easily win that, but they made a ball draw out of their game. Uruguay, 11. So yeah, we'll see. When is England's game? Is it Wednesday, Thursday again? Tuesday maybe. It's Tuesday, isn't it? So yeah. The pre-base percent Scots are generally likeable but quite funny compared to the English, but the whole thing about supporting the Scots while they greatest is a bit annoying. Well, that's history really. I lived with a Scot and you know, and I got taught like how that view, and it all hails back to, you know, William Wallace and conquering Scotland and all that, you know. So it's that's where, you know, I mean, I'm being quite generalistic here, but you know, they have that national pride and hatred of the English because, and although we fought and stuff, you know, Scotland didn't conquer the England. I want to mess this up, and do this again. But it's why they dislike us, and we're like, yeah, we want the Scots and the Welsh to do well. It's because of well, I won't call it ancient history, but it's to do with you know, the last couple hundred years really. But you know, when I used to travel a lot for work and stuff, and I was up in Scotland and Ireland, I always enjoyed it up north more than say, you know, people were friendlier and you know, just having a crack and stuff. So it's, you know, I mean, I'm not so sure the Scots or the British, they all say, oh, we're travelling well in Europe, but you know, it's usually based on drink. I'm not sure just being drunk all the time's needed to have a good time, but hey, they've won a game, you know, because of the new format now. So if this was the old World Cup, they'd be out. But because we've got 48 teams and that, and then we've got 12 teams, 12 teams or 8 teams, 12 teams I think, that come third, are gonna qualify for, because we've got an extra knockout round compared to, we'd normally go last 16, quarterfinals, semi-finals, final, but now we've got 32 knockout, 16, so there's an extra whole knockout stage in this World Cup to what we would normally have. So it's like when people talk about box office, oh, this movie made more than Star Wars or Jaws or something, and it's like, well, yeah, because cinema tickets back then were £2 and now they're 25 quid or something. So, you know, if you actually counted bums on seats or something, you know, but a lot of people go box office take or something. So some film in 10 years' time is going to have a new box office, the most money made or something, just because of inflation. It's kind of silly. And like sometimes comparing football or sport is the same. It's like, you know, you can't compare F1 Formula 1 car times now with stuff in the 60s or the 70s. Cars are, you know, 100 times faster than, oh god, what a mess of stuff. So it's a, you know, I mean, again, I want teams to do, I want every country to do well, you know, the countries and their supporters and stuff, you know, and there's people out there paying a lot of money for this thing, but it's still money, you know, there's all these drink breaks so the Americans can get in adverts every 15 minutes, and nothing about player safety at all. I mean, some of them are having water breaks when they're in air conditioned. And you know, all these extra teams and extra matches, again, it's all to do with money. You know, why are they expanding the teams and the clubs? It isn't for footballing reasons. It's because of TV. And I mean, in one sense you think, well, more fans get to enjoy it. It's like, you know, it's not like it's an awful thing, but I say it's same with all sport these days. It's the reasons for doing a lot of things are the wrong reasons. I mean, there's no way on this earth that people should be paying 20 grand, 10 grand and stuff for tickets and stuff, you know. I think that was a better time. Not by much. You know, it just shouldn't be. You know, most people are just priced out of it, and then you just get the rich elites and, you know, all these superstars and Hollywood stars. Oh, I love my soccer. It's like, no, you don't. You don't even know what it, you know. And they're like, it's like the people that walk about on the F1 grid. You know, they haven't bought the ticket. They're there as a guest of a sponsor. There's a few stars that are real like fans, and so it's not everyone, but probably 2/3 of the people that get invited onto the grid don't know the drivers, they don't know anything about F1, and their sponsorship companies say, oh well, you know, we're going to get paid, you know, if you walk down the grid or something, you're going to get, you know, a couple $100,000 or something, and you're not going to have to pay for it. I mean, we'd all do that, wouldn't we? Hey Boxing, do you want to go to the F1 Grand Prix, and we will pay you £250,000 for going, and you know, everything will be paid for. We'll fly you in and you'll have the best seats and the best 3.6 seconds quicker that time. Yeah. Let me try the second one, which is downhill. Yeah, still 20,000. I was hoping I'd be nearer that 15,000 after that. But like even like the England game was, it was like a lot of the who was it? I mean, I'm sure it's the same. So like one of the state, I think it was the one in Dun, I think it was England. So it was something like there was about 5,000 tickets for English fans and 5,000 tickets for the other team, and it can hold like 100,000 people. So it's like the fans are getting like 4 to 5% of the tickets. And the rest of the people, and it's not that neutrals can't enjoy it and all that stuff, but then, you know, people paying between sort of $1 and $3 grand for like just average seats, and then you're looking at tens of thousands of people in all the boxes and the crazy. Yeah, you used to be able to go watch a Grand Prix for, you know, 50 quid or something at one point, but now, you know, it's a couple £100 a day to go see F1. If you want to go for 3 days, it's like 500, 600, 700 quid. Oh dear. Oh. You know, and that's regular entry or grandstand stuff. It's like if you wanted to go in any of the enclosures, you're looking at a couple grand a weekend. Now, if they had all these enclosures charging people 5 grand, 10 grand, and you know, rich companies and rich people can afford that, be great. But if the grandstand tickets were like 80 quid, fine. But F1, the British Grand Prix, it's about a grand to have a seat. Grandstand's about 180 a day, and if you actually buy the 3 days, and dare I say save money, but it's like it would be sort of 360, 380 for 3 days, which works out a little bit less than say the 180 per day. But then, you know, this year's more expensive than last time I went was 2019, and then before that was back in the 80s. You know, and we'd all pay it if we had endless money and whatever, but it's like there's just not cheaper, there's not tickets for the average person now. So, and then, you know, that's just like for an individual. So imagine you're a dad and the wife and kids wants to go. I mean, even just normal entry tickets for like the 3 days, so let's say it's 600 quid, so you're looking at like £2,400 or something to take the family just for like normal entry. And I think the enclosure stuff, I remember looking it up, it starts about couple grand, like 1,500, like then, but then that'd be like per day or something. You'd be looking at a couple grand getting paddock, or there's a couple other ones. You can go onto the web. I mean, now it's all sold out now. Imagine it's British Grand Prix in 2 weeks. What was it? That's my favourite track coming up. Austria, the next one. I just love that track. So. Orlando track as well, so, and then I love the British Grand Prix, so Austria and then Silverstone are the next two. Oh dear, I messed this up. Messed that up right, balls it up. I'll do this quicker, am I, on my best time? I think it's hard with sport because, you know, these people pay the hats, they pay the merchandise and stuff. It's just, you just don't get a break as a fan. I mean, you're always going to have people that have money and pay, like, so you can't stop that for the posh enclosures and all that stuff. And I'm not suggesting people should, but I just wish there was more general entry stuff, like. I that was worse. Oh, not by a lot. 0.400. Let's try this one again. See if I can get a... Yeah, you are there for the day. You can get there when you want. I mean, it opens, and you kind of want to, because like the grandstand seats aren't allocated to seat number. Well, I think you are maybe on race day. But the way Silverstone did it when I went, and it's been a couple of years now, so I think it's like, so like on the Friday and the Saturday, you can go to any grandstand and get in, and then it's like free seating. I just sit wherever. But then, I mean, that's good because you can go, well, I'll try the grandstand near the start. So like on qualifying or something, you can try the grid, and then usually you want to be on one of the key corners so that you see lots of action and spins and overtakes and stuff. So the way it worked for me was that Friday and the Saturday you could get you could go to any grandstand, but you can't really. I mean, sometimes it's like 30 degrees and you're going to get absolutely burnt to a crisp. So unless you've got shade, and also as the older you get, you need somewhere to sit down. So there is a lower price entry ticket, but it's still like well up over 100. It's like 120, 140 to go in, and like 180, 90 or 200 for a grandstand, and then you get a little bit off if you get all 3 days. And also the earlier you book, the cheaper. But so yeah, the Friday and the Saturday you can go in and out of any grandstand you want. I mean, really you're there for the main race, and it's a bit shared, but they do have support races and all that sort of stuff. But if you're not sort of into it, and then everything else is so expensive, you know, food, merchandise, whatever. It's you know, that's another thing people like. Like I think the programs were like £15. To hire the radio commentary was like £15. You know, it's like theme park prices for food or something. So like burgers and food are like £10 to £15. But yeah, and then the grandstand that you get on race day is an allocated stand, so you can't sit in other stands. You have to sit in the stand that you bought for the race. I was at Luffield, I think, the one I was at, which is one of the big twisty corners. But you know, you want to get in at like the gates open at like 6 or 7 in the morning. You want to get in like then so you can get seats and go to merch. Otherwise, just the day can turn. You know, you'll spend 2 hours queuing to get in, and you know, an hour just to buy a cap or something. So these places get so. But then, you know, if you're in at 6 AM or something, and you know. They go up on sale pretty much soon after the last F1, I think, but as soon as the calendar's announced, it's certainly sort of from the Christmas winter period. But I mean, I loved it, you know. I you know, it's a great experience and what have you. I'd much prefer it to be a bit cooler because you really suffer in the heat, both for drinks and shade and stuff when it's like crazy. You don't want it to be chucking down with rain where everything's muddy and totally wet. There are people that go camping and stay on a campsite just on the Silverstone grounds for the period, but you have to pay money. The overnight stays there. You can have ones like loaned rented tents. You can buy like a tent or something that, I mean, it's not that cheap. It's like 60, 80 a night or something for a tent, and then there's like RV. So if you've got your own motorhome or something, you still have to pay for entry for that. But then you sort of wouldn't be going home. You'd then wake up and sort of be close to the track. It's 2.3 seconds. Awesome. But I'd love to go to Austria, which is the next race. I'd love to go to Monaco because that's a great viewing, you know, one to get close to the tracks and look down. You know, Silverstone's not really, I mean, you're quite far away from the tracks. A lot of street circuits, you know, where you've got people's balconies and houses and stuff to look at a race would be great. But they could be super expensive, but also if they're abroad, not only have you got the cost, like Monaco's probably one of the most expensive ones to go to, but then of course, you know, you've got travel to get there, travel to get back, accommodation, all that sort of stuff. So I always thought, like when I was a young lad, like when I was 20, I always thought I'm going to be a millionaire, and one year I'm just going to not work and I'm going to go live to every race at the F1. I mean, back then there was only like 12 or 14 a year, so now it's like 24. But yeah, roll on another 30, 40 years. I've only ever been to the British Grand Prix. That plan didn't quite work out. My boost, but I was for the corner. It's charged up. Oops. Help me slow down. Right, come on, Alfie. Let's keep this one clean and get a faster time. Probably won't do a long session today unless I'll probably take a break for lunch and come back. Maybe I'll do some more Jurassic Park or something this afternoon, or something else, maybe some Wildlands, maybe, I don't know. What time was the football today? Was it 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock? I did look it up. And then, oh no. It's gone horribly wrong. Oh, I still can't. Look it up now. That's right. I think it was 6. Oh. Six. Okay. Yes, 6 o'clock. That should be. I mean, they're quite good teams, both Sweden and Netherlands, so we haven't had too many, you know, England and Croatia, probably Netherlands, Sweden are probably the highest sort of teams facing each other. Get out my way, you prats. That's cost me time. You blocked my boost. It'll cost me a second. So let's keep it clean. Let's do a race and I'll get flying off the track. Too much then, but me too. Didn't go off the cliff that time. Only just made that corner. Oh. I could probably get this like right. Well, this isn't a drift car per se, but try and get a bit more speed through it. I'd like some audios and like, you know, boost ready, you know. Ramco game or something. Boost topped up. Use your boost. Yeah, some audible things. I'm going to keep bloody looking down at my UI. I realise I've got it. Maybe I should play some Ace Combat or something. They're playing things. I mean, they were always stupid prices when they came out. They've got arcadey, the sort of arcade version of a driving game, but with planes. Ace Combat 7 was the last one or something, but sometimes you can see them in the sale for like £3 or. They're always a little bit more popular on console than they were on PC. I don't think that's faster than my time. It felt a lot faster than the last couple we did. Maybe 308. I think maybe I did get my record there. Yeah, that's good. There we go. 2.3 seconds faster than my fastest time. That was about 4.5 seconds faster than the other one that we've got a time up for. Right, so the summits are done, really. I mean, this one from a point of view, but we have to choose. Let's see if I can get up over 100,000. We have to choose a 600 car. Only got. I don't think these really make any difference. This thing. Is this the. Going to be quicker. I'll get the extra XP using this vehicle. So, I mean, we have to do the 600. So let me just check. Brakes, it's not really, but it's probably that would be better because that's at least got some boost stuff on. Extra pump. So if you looked at that web page that we were looking at for this game boxing with the things, you'll see that like if you've got a set on, you can get a lot better percentages for like pure pump, and you know, for these time things really. And then you get a nitro set. Like the chemical set is the thing with the chemical. Where is it? I just had it here. This thing. But I mean, in fact, this thing I should re-roll because I kind of want nitro on these if I've got the points, but it costs 1,500 to even try. And then that's not going to help me. I can do a better treasure hunt, or I can do collector. Trailer. Oh. So with the nitro, see if you get 7 nitros, you'll get a 50% increase in the duration. And I'm not even getting. I haven't got 3. I think I've got one thing maybe where I've got 3. And there's another set. So if you've got But you can get the nitro. See, like this is a nitro, but the affix stats aren't nitro stuff. What you want is, I think, extra pump. Where is it? Have a look. So you've got this thing here. This is rocket. I'd have to look these up again, what they mean. You can look at it. So, you know, if they're all like pure and rocket, and like for the time things, particularly, because you're not doing draft, you're not doing, you know, slipstreaming and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that extra pump, frenetic and pure, rocket, skilled stuff, they all help the nitros and stuff. And if you've got those two affixes on like everything, and they're all nitros, and then you get a 50% boost, and that's where a lot of people are getting this extra time as well, is the set bonuses, even though I've got max performance. So yeah. But I can't really get any higher than that at the moment, but I don't know why they've gone and changed it. So gold is giving me a flipping windscreen, which I don't want. Why would I want a windscreen with like scratch marks across it? I want the Honda Civic. So the last ones. So this one, the car, I got the GT Le Mans race car. We got that as gold. Top of the world was the rally thing, but the car was a Mustang GT Rally Edition. And in both cases, the windscreen. And then, I mean, maybe they're always like this, but then this has changed around. Let's have a look at this one. So then the car is back to gold on the next one. So, and it's only a Honda Civic, the one that I said was a bit slow. I don't know why. It's amazing. Because, you know, I kind of like, I don't mind doing them for a car, but I don't really want to do them for a windscreen. I mean, you get some XP and points and stuff. Right, should I break for lunch? I think I will. Go in a couple hours. Play something else. Could try doing. Is there any other playlists that I started? Did start the Lamborghini. What does this? Right, Lamborghini Diablo you get for this. That's worth it, you get a car. Let's just do one or two of these and I'll go for some lunch. And then come back in half an hour or something after lunch. And don't know what to play though. I'm in a bit of a weird mood today. My choice of gaming fancies. Where do we go? Never Island. So I think this is some higher cars for the first few, isn't it? Yeah, loaned Lamborghini Miura. Very nice looking car. The Lamborghini range. To be honest, these sort of like dip down front like these modern Lamborghinis, I'm not a huge fan of. I much prefer like this look. Like sort of 60s, 70s look at the Lamborghinis now. They all just look like, you know, it's good part because the modern Lamborghinis always have the really, really sloped fronts and stuff, and it's sort of a bit uncar-like. try and do a race in the cockpit. But we won't get to see the car.
Nicely done.
Look up. Coming through. Too much boost there.
Drive as clean as you can.
One or two slow.
You're a natural driver.
Oh yeah.
That's a spectacular start. Just the way Lamborghini did it back in the 60s. That was just the beginning.
Beat up all the cars though after he'd driven one race. Ruined the paintwork. Well, I'm not going to do the whole playlist list because I need to get lunch and then I'm going to come back and do something else. But let's do another one. So it's up here. Most of these are cars. So this is the Lamborghini Countach. I remember these. These were 80s and 90s, I think. Although they kept the name. Outrun the clock. Okay, usually these ones. Let's watch this. 200. This is a... Is this racing or supercar? I didn't see what category it was.
Drive as clean as you can.
I drive as fast as I can. Not worried about the extra couple thousand coins. I kind of think the clean driving bonus could be more because it's like, what, 5 grand or something it starts at and then goes down. It might differ slightly, but it's not a lot of money. Like if it was 50 grand and then 40 grand, it'd be like, it would be more worth trying to drive clean. But like 5 grand maximum, and then yeah, I'm at 3,900. Oops, 3,008. Do you know what I'm saying? It'd just be a little bit more. It'd be worth trying a bit more if the money was. Acceleration going on there. Bets to the end.
Unparalleled power of design. That's the Lamborghini Countach for ya.
I've got 10,000 for the stage, 40,000 XP. There you go. That's all this stuff. I think it's tied to, I mean, like a lot of the races give you somewhere between 10 and 20,000 points. So they probably thought, well, if we have a clean driver, we'll set 5. But maybe if the races paid you 30 to 40, they could sort of do 10 or 20 for the clean driving. That's that one done. Maybe these don't take too long to do per race, but maybe just get one more in. And then we'll be probably about halfway through. Hey, let's let me... Was it an 8 or a 10, this Lamborghini one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a 9. Okay, so let's do this one, the Diablo GT. So this one was, okay, so it was Street Tier 2, that was Street Tier 2 then. Okay, this is Street Tier 2. Well, they're all Street, well, okay, then Hypercar and then Racing. Hypercar. Okay, so, okay, let's do this one. It could be another playlist that I can finish off. Map your front. Nice, a nice frog green colour. Loaned vehicle. I don't know why it's playing this video each race now. used to do it just for the... Well, we're not against other Lambos, we've got Porsches, all kinds here. Ferrari. Well, I've got to get top 3. Coming through.
Show them.
Oops, oops. Saved it. Big straight coming up after a couple of corners. How much can I cut here? Coming through.
As clean as you can.
Oh man, I thought that was breakable. Let's go around it. I thought it was going to smash and break. The bottom bit with a brick wall. Well, even a lot of brick walls smash. Not that one.
Driving here.
Good dose of cheese. Not going to make that corner. 200 mile around the corner. What's going on? I'll get this one as well. What's going on? Pro driver right here. Smash, smash.
That's it. The car that earned the end of a century. Another major step towards the future. Diabolical.
Yeah, Irina, suck on it. Crashed you. Actually, I didn't because of smoke. I would have done if I might eat my dust. Right. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there then because it's nearly 2 o'clock. If I go have some lunch, I'll come back about 2:30 or something and stream something. But it's pretty quiet on the streams, no matter what I'm playing at the moment. But we'll get another session of something in before 6 o'clock in the football. So yeah, we leave another 6 races to do. And then the Street Riders is an 8 rather than a 9. Motorsports, I can do now these. I haven't visited their containers, so they haven't started the So I've got the Motorsports one to do. The Motorsports one in this type of game I don't really like too much. It's much better driving street cars, I think, in this game, because it's that kind of arcadey, twisty thing. It's not a...
Every Gymkhana driver.
So you feel a bit, you know, and the longer races with the tyre changes aren't really a lot of fun. Off-roading volume 2 we've got to do still. The RC, if we can. We've got a boost on this thing. What's this one called? Oh, this is the chase. The chase stuff. What's the rewards on this? Oh, an ivory tower Aces chase squad head. That looks nice, doesn't it? Very nice. Yeah, I might do that after the... Some of those cars are the ones that you get in the second year edition DLC. Got dream cars still to do. We've got the drift stuff, 2 lots of that to do. The Red Bull stuff, more Red Bull stuff, Ferrari. And then, yeah, these ones are the ones that we've already done as far as the events. Right. Anyway, we got the summit done as far as all the events. And some more of the Lambo. Right, I'm off for some lunch. I'll see you in the next one. See you later.